Welcome to your practice. I'm so glad you're joining me today. Let's start this practice on our backs. And we're just going to settle in a few minutes, feeling the earth beneath you. You could have your feet grounded, or you could have your legs straight. Find a position that feels comfortable for you. And start by imagining that you're growing roots into the earth in all of the places that are touching the earth. So grounding, stabilizing, and then once you've imagined that you're completely grounded into the earth, imagine that the earth is giving back to you, giving you support and strength and safety and security. Notice if you're holding tension and just settle in. Let go of any areas that you're holding and just become aware of this synergy, you grounding in and the earth supporting you. And we'll take a couple of breaths here as you're imagining this synergy that's occurring between you and the earth. And throughout practice today, we'll be working with this synergy. So right now, you feel the synergy between the back side of your body, maybe your feet, maybe the back side of your legs, however you're positioned. So now let's take a full deep breath in. So breathing in through your belly, all the way up through your ribs to the tips of your lungs, and then exhaling completely through your mouth. Let's do that one more time. So deep inhale, belly, ribs, all the way up to your chest, filling your lungs completely. And then letting go, exhaling all the way. So now roll on to your side and come up to a seated position. You could come to a cross-legged position, or you could have your legs straight. Find a position that feels right for you. And now we'll feel grounding into the earth on our seats. So imagine again yourself growing roots into the earth with your base, and then feeling the support of the earth pressing back. And we'll just do a gentle neck stretch to start out here. So take a breath in, and then as you exhale, just tilt your head to the left, bringing your left ear to left shoulder. And we'll take a few breaths here. And then when you're ready to inhale, bring your head up to neutral and then to the right. So bringing your right ear towards your right shoulder. Just feeling an opening and a loosening on the opposite side of your neck. And then take a breath in to bring your neck back to neutral. And then we'll come to an all fours position. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Spread your fingers wide. And once again, notice that feeling as your hands press into the earth, feeling yourself rooting down, growing roots from each finger from your palms, and then feel the earth supporting you. So we'll come into cat-cow just to loosen up our spines. So as you're ready to take a breath in, bring your chin and tailbone up, and then exhale, rainbow your spine, bring your chin towards your chest and tuck in your tailbone. And then move with your own breath. So breathing in and out. And you could extend this pose as you come up. You might sink down towards child's pose as you exhale. Coming up to all fours as you breathe in, all the way to cow pose, chin and tailbone up. Exhaling towards child's pose. Just loosening up, noticing that maybe each time you go down towards child's pose as you exhale, maybe you can go down, bring your forehead closer to the earth. And let's do that one more time, breathing in and then exhaling down, and we'll come into child's pose and you could have your knees together, maybe bringing your arms to your side. If that doesn't feel comfortable on your knees, you could bring your knees a little bit wider. Whatever position you find, now rest your forehead on the earth and feeling the backs of your arms on the earth and your shins and the tops of your feet. Pressing in and the earth pressing back, stabilizing and grounding. So let's come back up. If you had your knees wide, you can bring them together. Now, focusing on your hands again, just feeling that grounding. So once you've established that, have a little micro bend in your elbows, curl your toes, lift your knees off the ground, and then bring your hips up towards downward dog. So you could have your knees quite bent. So bringing your heels towards the earth, lifting your hips up to the sky. You could start to pedal your feet just to open up the backs of your legs. Pedaling back and forth. And now look to your hands. Take steps up to your hands and come to halfway lift with a straight back. Hinge and fold, bending your knees generously, letting your neck completely relax. We'll stay here for 2 breaths. And then slowly rise up, bringing your chin to chest. And then standing up, bringing your arms up, out, and up. And then bring your hands to your heart and down to your sides. So come to the top of your mat. Place your feet into the earth, feeling roots growing down, feeling all 4 corners of your feet in the earth. Have a micro bend to your knees. And feel like as you're pushing into the earth that your thighs are pushing out. So feel the energy that courses through your legs as you activate the muscles of your thighs. So now draw your shoulders to your ears and then draw your shoulder blades back and down. So come into mountain pose. So we'll take a couple of breaths here, feeling that synergy, growing roots into the earth, feeling the support of the earth underneath you. Breathing in and out through your nose. So now bring your hands together in front of your chest and just gently press your hands together as you're holding your mountain pose in your legs. So feel that force between your hands. So kind of understanding how you're pressing into the earth and feeling that pressure back. Use that pressure in your hands to feel that synergy. So we'll take 2 breaths here. And then bring your arms down as you exhale. I'm going to come to the side here, and we're just going to do a couple of pulsations. So bend your knees, have your palms facing towards the earth, and then as you inhale, stand up, pressing the ground away, breathing. Oops, I think I messed that up. So breathe in as you come down, exhaling, coming up. We'll do that one more time. Bending your knees, pressing the earth away. Now bring your hands up and out to the sides. And then we're going to hinge and fold. Tense your fingers. Step your right foot back into a low lunge. Plant your hands. Step your left foot back into downward dog. Inhale, come to all fours. Exhale, sink into child's pose, resting your forehead on the mat. Breathe in, come to all fours. Exhale, curl your toes, bring your hips high and back to downward dog. As you take a breath in, look to your hands, walk your feet up to your hands, come to halfway lift. Hinge and forward fold. Press all 4 corners of your feet into the earth. Bring your arms out and up, reaching, stretching. Bring your hands to your heart and down to your sides. Take another deep breath in, reaching, extending. Bring your hands through heart center, tense your fingers, step your left foot back into low lunge. Plant your hands into the earth. Step your right foot back into downward dog. Breathe in as you come into all fours. Exhale, sink into child's pose. Breathe in, come to all fours. Curl your toes, bring your hips high and back to downward dog. Look to your hands, walk your feet up to your hands. Come to halfway lift. Hinge and fold. And press into the ground to rise up, reaching, extending. So feeling an energetic pull as your arms are up, but feeling the grounding in your feet. So stretching your whole spine. Now bring your hands to your heart and down to your sides. Take another full deep breath in. Bring your hands through heart center as you hinge and fold. Tense your fingers. Step your right foot back into low lunge. And then bring your right knee down to the ground. And we're going to pivot back. So bring your hips back towards your heel. So having an almost straight leg in front. So feeling a stretching in your hamstring. So we're going to stay here for a couple of breaths. Feeling the stretch in your leg. Now pivot forward back into low lunge. And then step your left foot back into plank. You could go on your knees if plank is too much. We'll stay here for 2 breaths. So really feeling your heels pressing towards the back of the room. So now bring your knees to the ground and lower to your belly, squeezing your sides with your arms as you lower, and rest your forehead on the mat. So keeping your hands next to your chest, now just take a moment to feel the earth beneath your belly. So grounding your belly and the tops of your legs and your forehead into the earth, feeling the support and the security of the earth beneath you. When you're ready to take a breath in, Lift your forehead up just a little bit and then draw your shoulders back, bring your chest up. So drawing your shoulders down and back, so feeling the muscles of your upper back really activated. So we'll take a couple of breaths here. When you're ready to exhale, lower your forehead to the ground. Now press into the earth with your hands to bring yourself back to all fours just for a moment, and then curl your toes, bring your hips high and back to downward dog. Look to your hands, walk your feet up to your hands to come to halfway lift. Hinge and forward fold, and then press into the ground to rise up, reaching, extending, and then bring your hands to your heart and down to your sides. Press into the earth as you rise up. Bring your hands through heart center as you hinge and fold. Tense your fingers, step your left foot back, plant your hands into low lunge. Lower your left knee to the ground and then sink your hips back towards your back foot, straightening your front leg. Feeling the stretch along your hamstring, the back of your leg. Let your neck relax, and we'll take a couple of breaths here. When you're ready to take a breath in, hinge, come back into your low lunge. Now step your right foot back into downward dog. Look to your hands, walk your feet up to your hands and come to halfway lift. Hinge and fold, and then press into the ground to rise up. Bring your hands to your heart and down to your sides. Take another full deep breath in. Hinge and forward fold. Plant your hands. Step both feet back into plank. Come to plank on knees. Lower once again all the way to your belly. So feeling your forehead resting on the earth, your belly and the tops of your legs. So now use your hands, which will be right by your chest, and press up as you inhale, drawing shoulder blades back, maybe coming up a little bit higher this time into cobra. And we'll take a couple breaths here. And then lower down. Now bring your arms along your sides. And we're going to come into locust pose. So this time bringing your chest up, but also your legs up and your arms up. So when you're ready to take a breath in, let everything rise up. So now feeling just your core or belly area into the earth, feeling the support of the earth. And we'll take one more breath and then lower down. So we'll just take a breath here. Now bring your hands alongside your chest. So press yourself up into all fours, and then we're going to sink into either child's pose if your hands are in front, or you could bring your arms alongside. And we'll just stay here for a breath or two, feeling the tops of your legs in the earth, your forehead. If you're in this embryo pose, the tops of your palms into the earth, feeling the support. When you're ready to take a breath in, come to sitting on your knees, and then we'll come find a position where you're sitting up on your bottom. So we'll start first by bringing your right, the bottom of your right foot into your left thigh. So take a full deep breath in, and then we're just going to fold over our left leg. So feeling the stretch in the back of your leg. Notice if you're holding any tension, maybe in your neck or your shoulders, and bring awareness to where you're grounded into the earth. If you notice that you're a little lopsided on your sitting bones, see if you can adjust a little bit. Maybe that means sitting up a little bit, finding your grounding, and then folding over again. Just noticing the flow of your breath, breathing in and out. So as you're ready to take a breath in, come to a tall seat and switch legs. Bring the base of your left foot to your right thigh. Sitting up tall to start out getting that, the grounding feeling on your sitting bones. Draw your arms up as you breathe in, and then exhale, fold over your straight front leg. And bring awareness to where you're positioned, adjusting so you can feel the grounding of both sitting bones, letting go of tension in your upper body. Just paying attention to where you feel any tightness, maybe in your back and shoulders. See if you can send your breath to those areas and allow them to relax and soften and loosen. We'll take one more breath here. Come up to a seated position, feeling the grounding in both sitting bones as you're reaching the crown of your head up, feeling yourself sinking into the earth. Draw your arms up to the sky as you breathe in, and then fold over both feet. Maybe feeling the stretch all the way alongside your back, even up to your neck. Feeling that long line of connection between your body. So once again, drawing attention to your upper body, noticing if there are any areas that could soften and let go. Breathing into the sensation of the stretch along the back sides of your legs. Breathing in and out. When you're ready to take a breath in, come up to a seated position, and we're going to go onto our backs again. So plant your feet into the earth and just slowly lower each vertebrae down to the earth. When you arrive, bring your knees up to your chest. And then as you inhale, drawing your knees to your chest, actually exhaling, drawing your knees to your chest. I'm getting that backwards today. Exhaling. Okay, let's start over. I messed that up. So come to your breath, and then we're going to exhale as we draw knees to chest. Inhaling as your arms straighten and pull your knees away. Breathing in, drawing knees to chest. I messed it up again. Exhaling, knees to chest. Breathing in as your knees come away. Let's see if I can get it this time. Exhale, knees to chest. Inhale, straighten your arms. I did it, yay. Let's do that one more time. Exhale and inhale. So now we're coming to our resting pose. It could be Shavasana with your legs wide, your arms to your sides. If this position does not feel comfortable for you, find a position that does, where you can rest for the last few minutes of our practice. So as we started our class, we'll end. So begin by noticing all of the points of your body that are resting on the earth. Maybe the backs of your arms, your whole back, your legs, and your head. And feel yourself settling in. Feeling those roots growing. And feeling as the roots grow that your body begins to completely relax and let go. And you know that you can relax and let go because you have the support of the earth beneath you. So there's no need to worry. You're fully supported. You're fully safe and secure. So rest here in this cocoon of safety, relaxation, and grounding. And just let go. There's nothing to do. Now is your time to simply be. Begin to draw awareness to your breath, noticing your inhales and your exhales. Feeling energy and oxygen come into your body, bringing movement to your fingers and your toes. Continue to deepen your breath as you come back to this space. Maybe moving your arms and your legs. And then when you're ready in your own time, roll on to your right side, using your right arm to cradle your head, perhaps bringing your knees up to your chest into a fetal position. And take a moment to thank yourself for practicing today, taking the time for self-care. And then when you're ready, press yourself up to a seated position. Bring your hands to your heart. And we'll take one last breath as a class together. So take a full deep breath in and let it go through your mouth. Thank you for practicing today. Namaste.